welcome to the Lovehealingservice channel. My name is Carol. How are you? Today I want to continue the last week. We share the why that Abraham sacrifice Isaac. That's very very important. I have to share the truth for you today. We know a lot of people say that's a religion, that's a fast. It's difficult to inheritance. Why our fast is difficult to inheritance? With that, just think. I just want to use think about. That's in the Old Testament. We have a lot of story about that father and son. Today I want to share with you some, for example, like that Eli and then Samuel and David. They have you know that Eli is a priest, is a God's priest, but his son is no good. And Samuel, we know that Samuel is a very very famous, and then that's he's a judge, first judge. Yeah, he's he's the last judge. Yeah, he's last judge for that for the Israel. So Samuel is a very famous, but Samuel's son is still no good. And then David, we all know David, but then David's son is so terrible. So why? See about that's the Abraham, Isaac, and then Isaac his son, that's Israel, that's Jacob, that's Esau and Jacob. So that you know that God didn't choose Esau. God chose Jacob, and then that's problem is Israel. That's a Jacob. That's a very very terrible. Yeah, you know that's a fast inheritance. That's not just a name. Told them that you know a lot of pastors. I believe a lot of pastors they have a problem. We know this generation, a lot of pastors, their probably their son or their family have a lot of pastors, but their son didn't. You know, that's a life. Their life didn't change by that fast. So even though you inherit your position, like the priester, father is a priester, and then son is a priester, but the father is a pastor, the son is a pastor, but their life didn't change. So that's a helpless, that's a useless. You know, the most important we have to know that really inheritance for our faith or for our religion, that's the life, the change, that's a God in our mind, and then the God change our life. So even though you are the pastor, but your son or your daughter not a pastor, that doesn't matter. If your son, your daughter, they are in that be a doctor or be a teacher, they still can, you know, they still can inherit their life, their faith to that generation or to help other people. So that's good. So the most important, that's not the position, inheritance. That's the most important things is a life change. So for our faith, is most important things is our life change. Our life is different. want to share with you that's the most important scripture is it's First Samuel, chapter 2, verse 29. Why do you scorn my sacrifice and offering that I prescribe for my dwelling? Why do you honor your son more than me by fitting yourself on the choice path of every offering made by my people Israel? You know, that's the scripture told. What's the point the scripture told us? That's a God told to Eli, because Eli honor his son more than God. This is very important. You know why? Why a lot of pastors or a lot of priests, their religion cannot pass to their son or pass to their offspring, because they honor their son or they honor their kids more than God. Simple. Abraham let's sacrifice Isaac, and then when he wants to take that knife, and then the Isaac, no, the Isaac didn't do any wrong, right? Isaac didn't do any wrong, and then just God told that Abraham, and you have to do this, and then let's Abraham sacrifice Isaac, and then when Isaac see so his father is willing to kill him just because he followed the God's order. So whatever he obeyed, that's Abraham obeyed God's words. So Isaac know that's God's word. It's very important. That's he know his father is totally obey God, and his father is fear God. So Abraham and Isaac, they just lie. They just lie about their wife, but they didn't make a mistake. And then think about Eli, two sons. Eli know, you know, Eli is priest, and then that people have a lot of sacrifice in the God's tabernacle. And then when they sacrifice, that people take a sacrifice, and then they didn't give that God first. They just enjoy. They just eat that sacrifice first, and then Eli already know these things. Eli just scold them. Eli just told them, don't do that, don't, blah, 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 blah. And then finally, there's two sons take that God's ark of the Lord, and then go to the battle. That's a battlefield with the Philistine. So finally, that's two sons is dying, and then that ark of the Lord is lost in the Philistine place. So that's very terrible. We have to know Isaac didn't do any wrong, but that Abraham just follow the God's words, and then so he know his father is a very, very fear God, and then Eli is a priest, but he know his son did wrong thing. He even though didn't beat It just tell them, but it didn't do anything. It didn't do any action. So let's God say, you honor your son more than me. So let's the same problem with Samuel. You know, the Eli, the Samuel is live with Eli. So the Eli's problem is a Samuel problem. Samuel have two sons. So the Samuel is two sons is all is the same. They is do the evil things for the people. So you know, we will think about that's genetic or that's inheritance. That's about that gene. But I have to say no, nothing about it. Just that's environment. That's all. So a lot of pastor or priester they complain about why there's a kids, there's children cannot have you know that's a regional fast cannot pass down. That's not we have to know that's not the God's problem. That's our problem. We have to know that's our problem. That's not God's problem. If you feel God, your kids will know. A lot of people ask me why we how can we kids know? See about let's Esau know, and then let's Eli's son know. Both of them know their father. What's a kind of I mean, you if you honor your son more than God, you can't know. So that's why a lot of pastors, even though their son is a pastor, or their daughter is a pastor, or their you know there's a position is a pastor, but the life didn't pass down. Life didn't change. The life is still full of lies. You know, we have to know. Fear God is a benefit for who? That's most we have to know. We have to think about, especially for this generation. A lot of people think we feel God, that's good for God. No. You make a mistake. We feel God, that's good for us. And then that's good for our kids. That's true. Think about it. That's Esau. Esau has a lot of blessing. And then you think that's Eli's son, and then that's Samuel's son, and then that's David's son. They have actually Eli's son is dead, very miserable, and then Samuel's son is the same. That's David's son. It's more terrible. So that's we have to know. Fear God is good for us. It's good for our next generation. Like it's good for our offspring. So that's very, very, very important. We have to understand why we need to fear God. We really fear God, and then our kids know, our children know what's wrong, what's right. Like Eli's son, let's just did whatever they want. They didn't think about let's wrong or right. They take the ark of the Lord to the battle. They just want to win, and then they do whatever they want. And then they just want to eat, and then they eat that God's sacrifice. So we have to know, when you honor honor your son or honor your kids more than God. And then your son don't know what's wrong and right. And then you, your offspring cannot get any blessing. I have to say that because God will not give a blessing and grace to those people to against him, right? Let's make sense. If you want to your offspring, or you want to your son, your next generation can have a blessing and grace, and then they have to learn fear God, obey God, and then they have to learn what's wrong, what's right. If you do everything is against God, God cannot give you blessing and grace. And then the most important, a lot of in this generation, a lot of pastor or priest, they are in the church. They give people images good. They say everything is good, but their family know what they did in the what they say, what they did in their home. So don't think that your faith cannot inherit. That's a God's problem. No, that's our problem. That's our problem. Because your kids will see what you talking, what you do. If you're full of lies, the kids know you are not a fear God. If you really fear God, and then you will not do the things that's unrighteous thing. You will not. You don't do the unrighteous things because you know the God's righteousness, and then you don't do the righteousness thing, and then you will not support unrighteous thing. So the real fear God's people, the people can see, your kids can see, God can see, everyone can see. So the problem, you cannot inherit your faith. You cannot change your kid's life because you are not the good role model. That's the most important. So we have to be the good role model. We have to be good example. And then our life can pass down to our generation, can pass down to our kids. The lies, not only God knows. The lie, we have to totally take the lie out. We have to stop lies. Stop lies, that's a first step. That's a very, very most important in our life. If you cannot stop lies, and you cannot change your life, you cannot change your kid's life. So don't lie. We have to know, that Abraham, Isaac, they lie. But after that, the God told you that the king told to them. And then after that, they don't lie. So their life is changed. So you don't think that lies are just small things. No, that's not small things. That's a good. Because probably you will gather that benefit in right now. You will gather benefit right now, but that will be curse. That probably will curse your offspring. That will be curse your generation, next generation. So don't lie. That's a very, very important. Whatever, we have to know when we don't lie. You see there's a Evan and Isaac. When they stop lying, they gather more than they lied before. So when we stop lying, we can gather the benefit. We can gather a lot of grace and blessing. And our generation can gather, our kids, our children can gather more grace and blessing. So we just stop. We have to, do everything. Fear God. We have to from our heart, not just show. We just show off something. No, we have to from our heart. And then if you really want to, your kids fear God, and then you have to do that from yourself. God bless you.